This is a GeoSolance Productions video. Please like and subscribe for more content of dubious quality. We all use sources of energy in our daily life. Eating food is actually one of those. We use it to power our movement. But when most people think about energy, they think of power coming from plants to fuel all of our devices, basically everything that inhabits our homes. One of these sources is nuclear power. It is one of the most impressive accomplishments of the 20th century, harnessing the natural energy of the unstable atom. This is one of the most controversial forms of energies we harness. Although accidents like Chernobyl and 3 Mile Island have discouraged investments in these power sources, it is still a very legitimate way of creating energy from raw materials. Not all people know how to produce nuclear power, and although legally I cannot explain all the processes, I will try to explain the most basic steps to the best of my ability. The first step to creating energy from the atom is harvesting the correct material. The first thing that comes to mind is uranium, so I'll start with that. Uranium is harvested raw as an ore. This ore spews out deadly radon gas, and big fans have to be placed on mines so people don't die. You can't use the ore raw, though. It has to be placed in a centrifuge first so that it can be turned into nuclear fuel cells. I can't explain how this part works for legal reasons, but it is a very complicated system of spinning machines. When the uranium has gone through the centrifuge, it is now ready to be turned into heat. Next on the harvesting block is thorium. It's a calmer version of uranium that can just be harvested and nothing more. And there's also about 3 times more thorium in the Earth's crust than uranium, and the same amount of thorium produces almost 10 times as much energy as uranium, so it is a much better fuel source. Plutonium is next, and although it is not naturally occurring in the Earth, it is instead harvested after all the energy in a uranium reactor has dissipated. It is argued, though, that some traces of plutonium have been found in certain uranium mines, but these are definitely not enough to be able to produce enough power. Now we have to go on to the actual creation of the electricity. All of these power sources use the same basic way of creating the energy: steam engines. Uranium is heated up in a runaway reaction. Neutrons are first flung at the uranium, and that breaks down some of the material, creating energy, and more neutrons that come out from that energy. This process repeats, which creates heat that runs the steam engine. Thorium by itself cannot create any energy because it is fissile, which means that it needs a helper material to help create the energy. This helper material is plutonium. When thorium and plutonium combine, they create a reaction that can heat up enough water to power a steam engine. All of these materials use the same steps as hydrocarbons do to create energy, creating heat that drives a steam engine. Nuclear power is actually not scary like most people think it is. It is far more efficient than hydrocarbons and a lot safer, even if you do count all the nuclear accidents that happened in the past 100 years. This form of power will definitely determine the future of the 20th century, and I personally think that it is the best way to create energy. Thank you very much for watching this video. I want to explain more things doing scientific and also a lot of things doing with history. Please like and subscribe. That would be very much appreciated.